Cassie, hi everyone, and welcome to the amazing channel P. The trial of Diddy is Michael B. Jordan is one of the names that have been disclosed thus far, beginning this week, but not for the reason you may believe. However, as everyone is aware, P. Diddy is facing federal accusations of trafficking and racketeering, and his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura is the star witness in his trial, which begins this week. In 2023, Cassie filed a lawsuit against P. Diddy, claiming that he had endangered the lives of several of the men she was speaking to, including Kid Kai, and had armed, assaulted, and pimped her out, among other horrible things. Cassie's complaint included details of how he actually caused Kid Kai's automobile to blow up. Cassie also said that P. Diddy had threatened the actor she was romantically interested in, who turned out to be Michael B. Jordan. According to Cassie's lawsuit later in 2015, while filming a film in Cape Town, South Africa Miss Vanner started dating an actor in a flirty manner. After learning that she had spent New Year's Eve with this actor, Mr. Combs called the actor and threatened him. "You really need to call Mr. Combs," the actor said Miss Vento over the phone. This was stated, but the actor was never identified until a recent article in Rolling Stone disclosed that Diddy had truly threatened Michael B. Jordan. This is regrettable, but Diddy was extremely possessive, insane, and envious of his females. He did the same thing to Kim Porter after all. Since Diddy would track him down and threaten him, she was not permitted to date any men. So, yes, he is insane, and in my opinion, Diddy is done. The feds have him, and there is no going back. And we could definitely anticipate hearing other names mentioned. I have a hunch that perhaps Kanye West's name will be mentioned, but not in a positive way. Kanye has been defending Diddy for a reason, and I believe that reason is because he is on those tapes. I could be mistaken, but that's my opinion. We'll see how this trial plays out, but it's going to be a complete mess. And now, review of the Met Gala featuring Nicki, Megan, Doechii, Cardi, Doja, and others. Excuse me, but I have to attend this year's big extravaganza, the Met Extravaganza. The topic for this year was actually rather intriguing. They were honoring black fashion, particularly that of black guys. From the fitted suits to the bow ties to the caps to the canes, there was a distinct emphasis on dandism. I found that to be a really great and original idea, but not everyone performed to the standard that they should have, though some tried their best. I would want to start by discussing Teyana Taylor. Teyana Taylor, dressed like a Victorian-era pimp, pulled up to that carpet. Without a doubt, she was providing Lady Danbury. Additionally, Teyana looked amazing in this Marc Jacobs ensemble. Mind you, not everyone can pull off a look like this, but Teyana does, so it worked for her, and I felt it was one of the night's most striking looks. Zendaya also kept it very easy and carefree. To be honest, I felt this outfit was really safe because Zendaya knows how to pull it off due of her aura. She wore a Louis Vuitton off-white cream suit. She dons the attire, although she doesn't wear the garments. I still felt that the ensemble was a little too safe. Janelle Monáe also devoured this. The entire subject is quite appealing to her. She had a ticking in her monlay and wore a striking pinstripe Tom Brown suit. I thought the ensemble was amazing and original, and it was undoubtedly one of my favorites of the evening. Coco Jones also appeared in this suit. This was her first Met Gala, and she was dressed by Minaj Mahalra. I hope I'm expressing this correctly, but I thought this design was pretty great. I adore the details and decorations. Coco looked good, and I thought it was well designed. However, I would have liked a different hairdo or even a hat to match it. All in all, I felt this was one of the finer looks on the carpet. Jenny also had a style that I liked. She wore this Chanel outfit, which was really stylish and sophisticated. I really adore this style. Despite the fact that I vividly remember Jenny using the N-word on her audition tape, I do like this ensemble. Additionally, a few of the males appeared. I thought Damson Idris and Keith Powers looked great, and I especially loved Bad Bunny's Prada outfit. Those are some nice guys right there, and since Lewis Hamilton was looking so dapper, I had to include him as well. However, Future wasn't looking that dapper. To be honest, Future seems to have been going through a difficult time. His hair came out, and according to others, he had to get a major chop because his stripper ex-girlfriend Gorgeous Doll was the source of his extreme stress.
Bro, don't worry.
Don't text my phone. Don't text. Excuse me? Stop fucking playing.
Listen, all you had to do was shut the f*** up.
Another awful appearance was this one from Chapel, Rome. Try this Party City style. This girl appeared to be a Willy Wonka factory reject. Disco, not dandism, is what she was given. The style, the hair, and the makeup are all incorrect. Additionally, I thought Sabrina Carpenter's appearance was fine. I thought she needed more, even if I really like the top tailoring, since she needs to add a few other pieces to make her ensemble stand out if she plans to wear a leotard. However, it felt rather secure. It was safe, but adorable. Additionally, Tyler donned this Jack Moose outfit while she was on the carpet. I also think her dress might have been fitting a bit better, even though I adore her glam and hair. It required additional starch because it was a little loose. She still looked good even though it needed to be starched and pressed, and I truly appreciate this look. Jonathan Owens and Simone Biles looked fantastic together. I think they're adorable. And Simone looked like a tiny little blueberry. They are so adorable. All right, tiaras and toddlers. I don't mean to make fun of her, but the ensemble matched her petite frame well. It truly did. And Lizzo looked amazing. She was dressed like Christian Siriano, and I can honestly say that this is one of her best looks. One less than ideal outfit was Dot Doe Katat, who appeared in this Marc Jacobs ensemble. Doe resembled Kella DeVille's gaudy sister, although she skinned an entire leopard rather than a Dalmatian. She was trying to give off the vibe of grace. Jones meets Patty Leal from the 80s, but it wasn't really working for me. She looked weird. For me, it simply wasn't working. Additionally, Megan Thee Stallion walked on the carpet. Although she wasn't wearing Michael Kors, she looked good, and I loved her hair and glam. I think the ginger and red hue of her hair looked great on her skin tone, and I adore that color for her. Cardi B as well. Cardi B looked like the Grinch stole. Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa girl. I'm not sure about this one, but I can respect that she takes chances with her style, and I like the fabric and details of her suit. I just think she could have done it a little differently, but that's just my opinion. Nicki Minaj also looked fantastic. I thought she looked lovely, sophisticated, and stylish, and I enjoyed the tailored bodycon effect that they created with the entire Tom Brown pinstripe suit. I also thought Doechii looked good in a Louis Vuitton outfit. I liked the swag she was wearing and the LV print on her cheek. She has been wearing that whole preppy boyish look a lot lately, so when I see this look, I kind of think, it seems familiar, but I still Rihanna pregnant and she reunites with Ciara. Finally, but definitely not least, let's talk about Rihanna, the queen of the Met Gala. She showed up in a Marc Jacobs outfit. Congratulations, Rihanna, who is expecting her third child. Rocky boy, they're going to be catching up to Russell and Ciara at this point, so they don't quit, do they? Speaking of Ciara, Rihanna and Ciara really got back together, which I thought was adorable because, as you may recall, they had a brief argument in the past, which I discussed in one of my movies on Rihanna's feuds. However, there was also a rumor that Rihanna was upset that Ciara had a date with LeBron James in 2011 while he was still with Savannah, which actually originated from Layla Lynn's channel. Some people believed that Rihanna and Ciara had a problem because Ciara danced with her ex-boyfriend Chris Brown at the BET Awards. Special thanks to Layla Lynn. However, it's said that Rihanna was offended by that because she doesn't talk about LeBron or Savannah. Because of this, she apparently began to argue with Ciara, who was perplexed as to why Rihanna had treated her rudely. Ciara even discussed this in an interview, to which Rihanna replied, "My bad, see, did I forget to tip you like yow, how rude of me?" And she replied, "Trust me, Rihanna, you don't want to see me on or off the stage." "Good luck with booking that stage you speak of," Rihanna added, and they actually had another heated argument, which I covered in one of my videos, but that is all old news that happened about 14 years ago. As of right now, they appear to be doing well, and it's good to see people put their differences aside. I thought their arguments were trivial anyhow, but please share your thoughts about this video below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. If you care, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. Goodbye.